What is up, everyone? This is my first video ever. How crazy is that? Um, I'm making this mainly for my brother. Shout out to Jay Boa. He hasn't ever really played MOBAs, big into StarCraft, a lot of like Call of Duty and stuff, but just getting into Heroes of the Storm. Very excited about it. He has mainly, I put him on Johanna at first because everybody has way more fun when you're not dead. And Johanna's really good at not dying. So, I'm just going to kind of put together a video, may post it, may not, me playing Johanna and just kind of talking through what I'm going to do. The build that I've had him do, which isn't the best build, but it's a pretty good one, just kind of across the board. Regeneration Master for that health, regen, and hopefully the bonus health if we can get him that 30 globes. Laws of Hope, of course, because having that one button is so great. I've had him on Conviction. I really like Blessed Momentum, but it causes mana problems, and then to try and explain all that isn't great. And then Conviction, he loves to chase. Obviously, he loves to get kills, and I feel like Conviction's really good, and you can also use it to escape. I also do like the Crusade marches on. 10, I've had him been going Blessed Shield. Falling Sword, it's really good, but I feel like a lot of times that can get you into more trouble than what it's good for. I've had him doing Burning Rage, although I do love Subdue. Hold Your Ground is good too, but Burning Rage, again, just an easy build. Damage everywhere all the time. Blessed Hammer, again, just more damage. And then level 20, of course, Indestructible. So, I'm going to just be doing a quick match and kind of talking through what it is that I'm thinking while I'm doing it. Should have been queued this whole time. Oh well. Hey, look at that. Quick queue. Not a bad comp either. Oh, I'm a professional. Let me turn on my light now. There we go. Garden of Terror, if you don't play Heroes, this is one of my least favorite maps. So it's kind of got two phases, a day phase where there's mercs and lanes to push, and just sort of a basic map, and then it switches into a night phase where these little extra minions and bosses appear, and you have to kill them to get seeds. Once you get to 100 seeds, this big terror that we're seeing right in the middle of our screen spawns back at your base. Somebody gets in it, and it's really good at sieging the towers of the enemy team. So I don't think Genji or Illidan will probably be our riders, but we'll see this. So on our team, Asmodan, Johanna, me, Tyrande, Genji, Illidan. On the enemy team, Sylvanas, Asmodan, Artanis, Malthael, and Abathur. Lots of push on their team, which may be good, may not. Level 1 Regeneration Master. Quest, gathering regen globes. Increases your regen by 1 per second, up to 30. After gathering 30 regen globes, you also get an additional 500 health. And I'm hoping that my sweet dog buddy will not blast your eardrums by barking at something that has wheels. You can see him in the background there over my right shoulder, left on the screen. Alright, so with Johanna, as I'm sure you guys know, she's a lot about just disrupting. Oh, that Malthael's going to be a pain. A lot about just disrupting the enemy team. On her W, she has Condemn. Condemn is a big AoE pull, I don't even know what you'd call it, as well as a stun right after that. It's a little mini stun. It's not like a long-lasting one. Her Q... Alright, I'm going to stay mid then. Her Q is Punish. What it does is it does a little kind of AoE sweep in front of you, and slows people like that. See, he was slowed there for a little bit. It's not like a really strong slow, and then it's degenerates over time, and so it's not my favorite. Slows like that aren't my favorite, that degenerate over time. Just because they're not as impactful, but it's still a good slow, especially if Talon do it later. Oh, thank you, Windows Defender. I'm gonna need to figure out how to turn those off. Alright, so we are in the night phase. As you can see on our mini-map, we've got these little icons here letting us know that, hey, these minions are here and available to kill. Oh, I didn't talk about her E and her D. Her E is Shield Glare. What this does is it does a big cone in front of you. Oh, I'm done. Big cone in front of you, and it blinds the target, meaning they're going to miss their next basic attacks for 1.5 seconds. Loss of Hope. Go ahead and start that. Yeah, so any basic attacks, it's really good against somebody like Illidan right here, who's almost all basic attacks that are Tannis, because Artanis, if you guys don't know, he generates shields, and he can lower the cooldown on those shields by auto-attacking. And so if he's missing his auto-attacks, he doesn't get the cooldowns.
I see you survived
The cooldown reset.
How wonderful for you.
Come down here and help out. Let's see if we can get a nice slow on him. Her D that I just used there is a nice shield that also makes her unstoppable. So stuns, slows, roots, none of those affect her when she has that shield up. Oh. I'm pretty aggressive with my uses of Laws of Hope, mainly just because, cooldowns are a big thing in this game, cooldown management, and so the faster I use it, the quicker it, and we start that cooldown timer, the more we get out of it in the long run, is basically the moral of that story. That was done. I'm going to go Conviction again for the movement speed. Get me out of dodge. Oh, and I died. Genji, get out of there. Nice. Alright, so that's one thing. Oh, nice. With that Garden Terror, it is very good at team fighting. It's also very good at clearing waves. Just because its basic attacks do a cleaving thing, and it basically one-shots like any minions that happen to be next to each other. Try and get some XP. So, basic game knowledge. Attacking these minions gets you experience. Experience is very important in this game.
The night comes.
Because a level lead can be like the most powerful thing that you have throughout the game. In a lot of MOBAs, it's last hitting and gold management and a lot of stuff like that. In Heroes, there's no gold. All your customization is all based on talents that you get, that I've explained here. and all your XP is shared across the team. So you'll hear soaking a lot, soak, get to lanes, ideas like that. Oh, there you go. And the whole thought process behind that is if we have somebody in every lane, we're getting the maximum amount of XP possible. Lanes are very important for this because it's a steady flow of experience, unlike just good old hero kills. Hang on. To give you an idea, at level 1, a lane has more XP than a hero kill. I want to say it's close to like 1.5 times as much, but I don't know that off the top of my head. Getting seeds. Another big thing is constantly be watching the mini-map. So as we can see here, Illidan and Sylve are fighting over a camp. That's probably where we'll go next.
The sun dawns. My children
Oh.
must sleep for now. What
Nice.
could you possibly be doing? Awaken my
Let's get this camp. Let's get this camp.
There.
Go ahead and pop my Laws of Hope.
To life. Use it to harvest your enemy's corpses.
So yes, Johanna, really good at being disruptive in fights. And holding enemies in place, right? She's got a bunch of stuns, a slow, that blind. Pop my shield so I can get out of here. Alright. I'm really low on health, and I'm dead. Burning Rage to do more damage around. So that Malthael, again, if you guys don't know, he does percent-based damage. And it's a poison, and he's super sticky. So anytime I on the team take more damage than anybody else from him, and it's because I have the highest health pool. So he can just chew on me.
Back in the fight.
Our camp in the top. Well, that one lone wizard. There we go. There we go. Now let's do something with it. Let's go get a keep.
Yes. Night falls once more, and soon the shamblers shall rise again.
Alright. Ooh. Now they got 2 of them. Come on, unstoppable.
Slaughter them all! Take back my seed!
Blessed Hammer. Just more damage. Nice. Nice job. Don't be afraid to tell the team. Seeds. Objectives are always one of the strongest things to do. Doesn't matter on the map. focusing on the objective and doing it in time is always a good idea. I say always. On some maps there are times you may want to ignore objective, but
The terror awaits. Come, take its power. March forth! Uproot your enemy's force!
see, I'm just trying to get in here, get in between.
Retreat is not weakness, it is strategy.
Take out this minion wave. Minion waves also do, I think it's triple damage when they're sieging, so against buildings and stuff. Let's get more seeds. So that's why when you see a big pile of them moving towards your lane, you want to get those cleared out. Because, yeah, they're called winions for a reason. They will just tear through. Like we've got a big push coming in the top.
It's over for now.
Oh.
Don't get too comfortable. The infested will return again.
A lot with this game is working as a team, and just if everybody can act in unison.
And I see your terror is growing nicely.
Pull back for now, only to strike again.
The terror awaits you. Come and take its power.
There we go. I've completed that region globe quest. Gives me an additional 500 health.
Why do you delay? No terror lasts forever.
Somebody else needs to ride that. As a tank, I'm too valuable.
Nicely done. The terror shall sap the life from your enemy.
Who's in there? Toronto?
Your terror has been cut down.
Alright, I saw that my teammate died.
Choose a talent.
Indestructible.
Over here.
Grab a well.
By the light be damned.
We are level 20. There we go. I like the engage.
Night falls, heroes. How I love to see my garden in ruins glow.
Nice. Push in.
For I will not. By the light. Yes.
There we go. That's a good stagger. Alright. Back out, back out, back out. Get this siege camp. So I'm using my blind, A, to just poke a lot of people. Thought process behind that, it gets them off their mounts. That blind also, you can tell I'm focusing Artanis with it, because again, if he doesn't auto attack, he doesn't have those shields. Constantly watching the minimap. Get that globe, dude. Always kind of stutter stepping. I know Johanna's normal hit kind of pace. Oh.
It is time to harvest. Bring my terror to life.
The dawn has come, heroes, and with it, my children must rest. Your terror is starting to wilt. I feel
Oh, give me a heal, give me a heal.
Crusade comes for you. Retreat is not weakness, it is strategy.
Alright, we have the terror.
Trust me, it's a lot of fun.
Well done. The terror shall uproot your enemy's thoughts.
You've destroyed the enemy's terror.
Alright, here we go. I got my shield up. The shield, I don't think I ever explained that. Blessed shield, she throws her out, Captain America style. Throws her shield out. GG! Okay. Woo! Alright. Got a little quiet there, sorry. So yeah. Constantly tried to focus on those oh, look at that. Focused on those blinds. Focused on just being an agent of chaos. I'll give it up. I'll give it to the Genji. That really, honestly, the mouth heel probably deserved that one. Tried to focus on just disrupting the team, sucking them in with that condemn, with the mini stun. If you notice the Asmodan, when he put his laser on, that's a channeled ability. Tried to stun that out. Hit them with the slow after it, right? Get them away. You're basically trying to just congest the enemy team and let your team collapse down on top of them as Johanna. A lot of that, a lot of information there, but I hope it was helpful. Our top hero damage was Malthael, of course, Asmodan, and top siege damage Asmodan, and XP. Whoa, so he was soaking a lot. Asmodan, really good. For those of you who don't know, which J-Bo is one of them, Asmodan can place a minion just wherever on the map. If we have a lane there, he can drop one there as well, and it soaks XP. He's really good at covering lanes, pushing lanes in, and soaking XP. So he's also very responsible for our win. Damage taken, 89,000. They were putting a lot of damage into me. A lot of that's probably inflated by Malthael doing that percentage damage, but that's a lot of it. Our Tyrande did some work too. Got a lot of damage out of her for a support character. And I put quotes around that. She's kind of a half support. Anyways, the build that I did today, Regen Master, to get more regen per second, health regeneration in between fights, plus that additional 500 health. Laws of Hope, she just generates 20% of her health. It's a button. It's like a super big regen globe. 60-second cooldown. Again, I like to be aggressive with using those because the way I think about a lot of cooldowns is if you can use them early on, you're going to get more Laws of Hope in a game, for instance, right? If a game takes 20 minutes, you don't get that till level 4, which is, what, like 20 minutes in the game or something. And you use it every time it's up, or at least close to every time. You're going to get a lot more value out of it than waiting until you're low health. And a lot of times, because it's a heal over time, it may be too late. Conviction, again, not my personal favorite talent, but I think it's really good, especially for catching up. I know I chased down that Artanis for a while and a couple other people. Really good for doing that. I also used it to get away a lot, just a little bit of a speed boost in there, plus an easy talent, not too much to think about. Blessed Shield, me personally, I like this better than the Falling Sword. That's just me. But again, throws her shield out Captain America style, stuns the first person for 1.5 seconds, and then bounces around for another 0.75 second stun to 2 other enemies. Also does a little bit of damage. It's pretty minimal. Burning Rage, again, not my personal one. I really like the slow increase on this one, but I catered this for a very extremely new player. So just damage AoE all the time. Really helps clearing out lanes as well, which in lower leagues, very important. Blessed Hammer, the Condemn, when you suck people in, creates a hammer that spins around you. Again, just more damage out on the field. Trying to cause that Agent of Chaos feeling, you know. And then Indestructible, I didn't even talk about this. It procced a couple times. Once you get this talent, the next time you die, instead of dying, you get a giant shield. It's, I think, almost worth equal to her maximum health for 5 seconds. So yeah, another health bar for 5 seconds. And then it goes away, but that's usually enough time to get away and get to safety. It does have a 120-second cooldown. So again, if it happens again right after, you will die. But you can usually get a couple procs of that. Just saves your bacon, saves your team a bunch of XP. Thank you guys very much. If I do, I'm going to post this to YouTube. I thought it went pretty well. Please like it. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below. Just let me know that you see it. Thank you guys. And until next time, stay positive. Don't die.